Thank you for joining me at Inspiring Life's Journey. Last time we left off with listening to John, that verse that I clung to at other difficult crossroads in life. John 12:27. Now my soul is troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. But for this purpose I have come to this hour. Father, glorify your name. When my soul is troubled, when my hopes and dreams have been crushed, God has allowed this for a purpose. Do I want to be saved from his purpose? Am I just feeling sorry for myself when adversity hits? Or do I lean into the pain, that bend in the road that takes me a new direction? Adversity is a time to reevaluate. For what purpose am I here now? Feelings aren't bad. Read that again. Jesus was troubled. A feeling is like a gas or a temperature gauge. It's alerting to a problem. It's not the cause of the problem. However, it is what you do from here that determines if you will have a breakdown and be stranded or resolve the problem. Those passive aggressive moments of I'm ignoring the issue, moving on and not resolving the problem are indications of a breakdown in progress. As I contemplate the future, I relive past times when God was present and used that hour, that adversity, to redefine me, to reveal his dream and his purpose when my dreams had failed. I recall one year I took a parable straight from Luke 14. I invited travelers and strangers to a free meal and a birthday cake at the lodge. It was a great opportunity to smile and to laugh together and hear other people's stories. Often part of receiving is also in giving, and there's so much joy in that. But we sold that lodge and retired for the second time. I especially miss it at holidays, and I realize that is one factor that is defining the equation of our purpose. God is inviting us to participate in something else, not live by the definition that purpose in retirement looks like taking up space in a chair and watching TV. Doesn't look like sitting on my comfort zone and watching the world go by. I know that as long as we have breath, God has a purpose for us. Now, I have no desire to outlive my purpose or my usefulness, nor do I want to intrude on my children. So again, I find myself praying to dream God's dream, to find God's purpose for this next season. It feels like I'm starting again from the beginning. I've been here before. We're retired now, though. Surely he won't ask us to do anything outside our comfort zone, right? Wrong question means the wrong answer. The biggest challenge is that when we hear God speak, the answer isn't always what we want or expect. God loves to break down barriers and break through comfort zones. Several months ago, I shared that God had given me a vision that we were in the desert, sustained by his presence, his manna, his daily bread. As the Spirit prepares us to cross into his promise again, I'm not patient. As we explore a couple possibilities, I pray, is this my hope? Is this the hope you have for us? Because we want to live God's purpose, not our own, we prepare simultaneously for more time in the desert, and yet we prepare to cross the river. No matter which side of the promise we are on, we want to be about honoring God. This also means not being wasteful of our resources. Society says, if it makes you happy, do it. But what does that temporary happiness cost? Is the cost of pursuing that insatiable happiness frittering away at the real dream and the real purpose? Surviving for Jesus is not the same thing as living for Jesus. And existing in a zombie like state is something we endure during a season of grief, but it's not intended to be our permanent state of residence. Now, I have a warning for you. Watch out for those alone times with God. He listens, He knows our hearts and our secret prayers. I suspect, I hope, that He has a plan that will blow our minds. God is not all about our comfort zone. He's about drawing us out of that zone to the promised zone. So stay tuned as we exit zombie land for the promised land. Ironically, as we explore, we may intrude on some sacred ground we've been avoiding. I'll see you next time. God bless you.